What's up, boys? Today we're going to be bringing back the full tank juggernaut to the new map in an attempt to become invincible with the help of the new healing crystals. We're mainly looking for the Clipboard of Grudges artifact that gives you XP when you're damaged, and I'm going to try and become tanky enough that I can just sit in the crystals for a long time while taking damage and farm a ton of XP. And to facilitate that, we're looking for the two weapons with the reload shield overclock. Not the overshield. We have the bulldog as a starting weapon, and we're actually avoiding reload speed on it, and probably global reload speed as well. And also the lead storm, which is another weapon that the gunner has. It reduces your reload speed, but when those weapons are reloading, they'll give you double your armor, which is a multiplier on top of everything else, including themselves. Grab some early mining speed here. So we're going to try and have those weapons as just utility weapons to buff our armor up, and as a main weapon we're going to want some sort of projectile weapon that scales well with fire rate. We're going to be stacking a ton of global fire rate to try and empty the clips on those weapons quickly, while also dealing good damage with our primary projectile weapon. So for that, we want either the burst fire, or I think the lead sprinkler would be good as well. Here we go, the burst fire. Similar to the Recon Scout Zukov weapon, it doesn't have the greatest damage type conversions like that one has, but the level 18 overclocks are similar and make it very powerful once you get to that point. And if we have any sort of success with this setup, then I might try and do a recon version of it at some point as well. Reload is fine on the burst fire. In fact, it's actually very good since we're not going to be getting much in the way of global reload. So weapon levels are really the only way we're going to be grabbing that for it. The Recon Scout can become pretty tanky at some points if you get some of the dodge artifacts on him, since he starts off with a base of like 35%, I think. And with both of the dodge artifacts, you can get up to like 45% and a bit more than that as you're taking damage, which is a huge multiplier on your effective HP. So they can become pretty tanky as well if you're dodging a decent number of hits. So Clipboard of Grudges would be fantastic here. The red sugar artifact actually doesn't even work on this map. These are some nice stats. We might actually want the piercing just because it's extremely hard to actually hit the wardens like that. Damage is fine on both of these, but these are mainly utility weapons, so I think a green damage on the main weapon will be more helpful. Reload on the burst fire. Boing, truly the greatest addition to a game ever. So the crystals actually seem to be based on your missing health. So if you have a lot of HP and get low on HP, they'll actually be healing for a pretty significant amount. We actually don't really have a great way to damage the elites, so we probably want to keep them at long range where the wardens aren't really buffing them, and then trying to land all the burst fire shots on them. Armor, definitely for the tank builds. Yeah, the wardens are going to make it a pain when we can barely hit anything this early on. We should probably actually try and get the Juggernaut damage buff up. I don't normally play around that much, but I think we're actually going to need the damage here. That really didn't refresh it. Alright, we're getting some okay on the slasher. Fire rates, burst fire, one more level for the first overclock. Praetorian might take a while. Oh yeah, we should actually be running towards the healing crystals so that we can fix that up a bit as we're taking the damage here. And for our main weapon, I think we are definitely going to need the big piercing on that to actually hit anything on this map. Oh yeah, go towards the healing crystals. I guess we'll take the small detonator. They actually don't hurt too bad on the juggernauts. Fire rate for the burst fire, yup. Grab a bit of healing, refresh the buff, and kite them away from the crystals so they don't get healed. Try and take some small hits every once in a while. Let's see, if we were going for the lead burster, then I could grab one of these for the lasting tag, but for this we just want all projectile stuff. We could actually grab the lead burster as the third weapon. We'll have to reroll into that as the fourth one, but this will give me a lot more damage when I'm going to be struggling, and we really just want the overclock on that anyways, so I think this will actually help a lot with the challenging early game for a build like this. We can actually have 2 full damage weapons for the build later on. We might actually need to go for some boings here. They're starting to get pretty hard to avoid. Reload for it. We do want to stay on kinetic, but I think we definitely want some levels on that now. The overclocks for it are very big, if true. Big HP. Trying to get all of that efficient survivability. We do want fire rate, but it's so early on, the XP has to be worth it, right? Reload and fire rates. Let's go here. I can probably get some XP on Juggernaut here. Paint job into an immediate overclock and grab the triple for that. Not bad. Alright, let's head in now. That's risky enough, I think. Kinetic is not bad. Sure. We actually could go fire on all of those, but I'm not sure it really provides anything. Luck, HP, some fire rates. We'll do 1 or 2 rerolls to try and find some good nitro stuff, like a massive damage for the burst fire. Fire rate and paint jobs are actually what I want on that. We can't get both of those, so I'll go here. Do I want to save that? There's only 2 weapons that I'm trying to pump really hard, so it might be a little bit hard to spend nitro at some points. That didn't squish him. Combo! Oh yeah, I need to make sure I have a good amount of gold for level 25 so we can try to guarantee the lead storm there. We don't have any pickup radius yet, so that'll help with all the XP percentage we've gotten.
Supply pod ready for insertion. The drop point is too rocky, so please clear it out.
105, hopefully that's enough, since I went kind of greedy on the second weapon. Big fire rate, we absolutely want that so we can dump the ammo faster and get the reload shields going for those two weapons. Probably have to come back a bit later to finish that off. Burst fire damage. Gold scanner could help us get some tank stats. I do like that. And I don't think I'm gonna reroll off of these, so. That gets us armor, HP, fire rate, stuff like that, all very useful for the builds. Let's see, we have to find the lead storm now to really round out the build. Here we go, not too bad. Damage is still pretty low. We are very overclock reliant on this build, especially getting the death spiral at 18 on the burst fire. And we did get the most important one on the lead burster for the triple grenade. I should probably keep my passive stacked up here if I can. Global reload, I'm going to avoid that just to fit the build and keep the reload times on those very slow, so we'll take some kinetic here. Burst fire, yup. We actually do want to take a couple weak hits there to keep it up. Swing by the crystals to top off some of that damage, and then refresh it again. Oh, we already got the 500 HP on the second floor, not bad. Burst fire, overclock, we do want to get that since that's our main weapon here, and a boatload of stats for it. Very nice. Let's try not to pull them into the crystals here. Big piercing, absolutely. That brings it up to 24 with the artifacts. Jesus, that flyer is so tanky. What is happening? 25% damage for the burst fire. That's with the passive up the entire time. He took a couple ticks of the crystal at the end there, but it shouldn't be that bad. I guess we probably shouldn't mess with the crystals unless we really need them then. Those are both fantastic. Let's go for the tank option, I guess. We do need some levels on that, but we're still only on stage 2, so I think we have time. Damage, paint job. Let's go here for the second weapon. Big fire rate under the bulldog. Yup, that's the main stat we want on it. No reload shield, so I guess we're going bigger mags for it.
Well done. Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now.
Big fire rate and HP. Oh man, that's a tough choice. That will help keep the armor buff up, and it also buffs our damage as well. So it kind of gives some tankiness in a way as well. Decent crit damage. Reload speed, yeah, the sooner we can get that to 18, the better, I think. And I think we'll actually be in a pretty good spot with the insane piercing it has.
Well done, Miner. We knew we could trust you to go it alone. Stage 2 completed.
Luck. We do want fire rate, another level for that. We're looking more for the tank stats and fire rate, I think, in the shop. Paint job and fire rate and paint job are all nice. We don't have that much. Probably try and push the overclocks on this. And then I think we'll grab fire rate on that. And then we're out of nitrous, so a little bit of crits.
There's beasties to shoot and work to be done. Get to it, Miner.
It's quiet. Almost too quiet. This feels good. Up and away. Back down again.
Reloads.
My whole life better. You're cute, but you're dead.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching.
Hello and good boy.
Well, we got some decent Juggernaut buffs, so it shouldn't be too hard to burst down the Hoarder. Let's refresh the buff and then try and burst them down. And a lot of the artifacts we're looking for are blue, so we could get something nice here. I actually don't mind that. The dodge might be a bit weird, but we definitely want the percent armor. And we can also get that out of the artifact pool fairly early on at stage 3. So we'll be more likely to find some cool stuff now. Let's go for some more XP for now. Damage or fire rate. They're both utility weapons, so fire rate makes more sense. This is only 2 levels away from an overclock, though. Oh, I actually have to completely mine that out, don't I? Goodbye, healing crystals. You will be missed, old friends. If I can drag some Praetorians through it, I guess. Big reload into an overclock. I will grab that, and we are sticking to kinetic, so massive piercing it is, and that'll go nicely with the artifact anyways, up to 18 on that. These are, well, that has kind of a downside because we'll be reloading the weapons faster, so we can definitely go ammo rig to fire a lot faster. Big damage or fire rates. Still kind of helps when we need the overclocks anyways. Reload, reload. Not on the bulldog, we'll go here. Man, it sucks when there's no boings near the minerals. You just have to regularly mine like some sort of dwarf peasant. Fire rate is good for that. I think we started this level at 16 on the burst fire as well, but we didn't really get that much for it. Some nice upgrades for the lead burster at least. Big fire rate, yup.
Speed it up, miner. The bugs grow stronger.
Damage, don't want reload on that anyways.
Running out of bugs. More are on the way. All tasks complete. Stage finished. The drop pod is prepped and ready. Get on it before it leaves.
HP, reload, I want the 18 so bad, but we're about to hit the shop and we do need the tank stats. Damage, armor. Let's get a bit more armor.
Time's ticking, miner.
Fire rate is fine.
That's one for the books. Taking you to stage 4, miner.
Fire rate's okay on that. It's kind of expensive. We'll definitely want piercing and reload for that. And then paint job helps us look for levels, so I think we'll take that over a purple.
I want another go.
Paint job is kind of wasted. We only really have enough for one green or blue, so let's hold on that for a little bit. Armor, fire rates, big kinetic, sure.
Nope. Try again.
We can finish that off with damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and grab that. I've been waiting on that for a while.
This is gonna change everything.
The mission is clear. Get to it.
Mission control, you surly bugger. This one's for you. Tell you later, stinking bugs.
The scanner just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swarm incoming.
There's a couple boings we can escape to over here. We can probably even chain them. Or I'm too slow right now. But almost. That's one other thing I need to try on this map, a full movement speed build, so you can get as many boings chained as possible. Since they seem to launch you further based on your current movement speed. Oh man, what happens with them when you get the super high negative movement speed from the pickled nitra? Has anyone tested that yet? Do they launch you backwards? Reloads. We probably do. Actually, you get either the favorite or the lead ammo, which isn't super exciting. And we definitely can't take favorite on it. I guess lead rep is still a damage increase, it's just boring since you lose the cool stats, like fire rate and reload speed.
The swarm's heading their way. Load up.
Big mining speed, I think we could use that. We're a bit light on that. Ooh, we got the grudges, absolutely. But I still need to get to a point where I can mine the map out in a reasonable amount of time, so we need more movement speed and mining speed for that. So that we'll have time to actually chill by the healing crystals without losing a ton of resources. Takes me a while to even finish the quest with my wheelchair currently.
Gaining strength from the planet on pace to destroy. It's poetic.
We don't want reload. I want movement and the overclock here, but we really need this right now.
Well done. You got them all.
Alright, I guess that's good enough for now. Let's see if we can chill around the crystals for a bit. Take a bit of damage and then heal up, farm some XP, fire rate. Yeah, we do need the levels. Let's see, they heal me right there. probably have enough XP now. Get a bit of movement speed so we can get to this point faster.
Think you can kill me? Don't think again.
Well done. Objective completed. The drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you.
Big paint job for one level? I don't think so. Reload, no. I guess it's one of these two. Probably just take that, I guess. Fire rate is fine. Actually, the best stat for it.
Excellent work, Miner. Stage complete. Onwards to stage 5.
Fire rates would get an overclock there. It's like half of my nitro though. Definitely some mining speed and fire rates.
No-brainer.
I guess we'll take it, see what we got. Oh, that sucks. No reload shield. Rip in pepperoncinis. I guess we'll take the piercing.
Overclock says it's time to kill.
See what else we got. Fire rate. And then piercing or finish that off. We get absolutely insane piercing on the burst fire. Yeah, let's do it.
Feels rare. Feels right.
Only one way to rouse the dreadnought. Destroy its cocoons. Kill them all, Miner. Objective completed. Excellent job.
Back down.
Can't land the supply pod. Impact zone is cluttered. Get it fixed.
I'm healing.
Nitro scanner? Or some extra dodge? I'm not sure if we can get that to a relevant level. It doesn't even show dodge unless you have any, I guess? Extra weapon levels could give us fire rates, reload speed for the main weapons. Screw it. We'll take the slightly tanky option. Fire rate armor. I'll grab some armor.
Tell you later, stinking bugs.
see if we can clear out some area around all the healing crystals now so we can do some drive-bys on those without healing the main targets. That's a lot of bugs considering how much piercing we have, wow. Fire rate doesn't really do anything now that it can't get the reload shield. I guess we can get it up to 18 and use it as a damage weapon. It's just so disappointing when there's like this really cool, almost game-changing overclock, and then you just don't even hit it. Maybe not game-changing, but sort of build-changing, I guess. Because a pretty high uptime on double armor actually is quite significant for a very tanky focused build. We probably should keep the damage buff fully stacked if possible. Kind of hard to run into the very weak guys currently. Piercing into level 18, and we have to go lead wrapped here. Hate lowering the fire rate and the reload speed, but it should still be a pretty good damage increase for it. Yeah, I'm trying to take hits from the trash guys, but they're just dying right before I can. I guess we can take the range projectile hits. Probably some projectile damage here to help out a bit with the bosses since they are dying very slowly. Big fire rates. Fire rate for that, yeah, I guess, just for the damage. Let's turn numbers off so I can clearly see here. That's a lot of bugs, and they're getting pretty ramped up now. Damage, crit chance, this should be the highest damage here.
Guess what's on the menu? More bugs. And they're pissed.
Meatballs.
Well done, team. Immediate dreadnought threat eliminated.
39 for the region. It's pretty big heal.
Moving. It won't hang around.
Fire rate, we can check that, and that is the set. There we go. Reload shield, minus 25% reload speed while reloading, plus 100% armor. And they do multiply against each other, so it's pretty unfortunate we couldn't get the other copy as well. But that'll still be a nice boost whenever that one is active.
Taking a deeper miner. Stage 6 coming up next.
I don't think I want any of these, that's fine. But we kind of want some... well, I'll take a reload here and then see what else we got. I'll take one big mining speed since we have a gold scanner too. HP, piercing on that's nice. And I guess one reroll. Nothing. Rip.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
That's work to be done. Hop an atom miner. Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
Thank you.
Tripod prepped. Clear out the landing zone and triangulate your positions for command.
I guess we'll probably go here. They're all basically just damage at this point.
Fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching. Big swarm detected. Lock up and get ready. You got a supply pod. Stand clear from the pit zone.
If only I could use that. Maybe they could make it give like HP based on how much healing you get from the crystals on this map or something. XP scanner, probably late for that. Ooh, salty pretzel for more armor based on missing HP. I actually like that here. Gold scanner would be good a bit earlier, but I think we're approaching the point where it doesn't really do a whole lot now, getting close to the end of stage 6. Big damage.
That legendary.
Reloads. I guess it's fine now?
Bingo.
Since it can't have the reload shield available to it.
Exemplary work. You've achieved your objective in a record time. Threat level increasing.
Is it harder to explore this entire map before the elites come out as well? Because of how the waves work, where they kind of all come at you at once, so you AoE them down and the elites come out faster or something? Because it kind of seems like it takes me a while to finish off the levels on here. Haven't really done many explosive mining builds on the map yet.
Careful, they're going blood crazed. Work fast, miner.
Oops, the elite's dead. Should probably grab that XP then instead of going up there.
The drop pod is not going to hang around.
Big reload, I guess that's fine. See if we can jump over them to the juicy XP. Going up there would probably be super risky though.
Get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave. Taking a deeper, miner. Stage 7 coming up next.
Fire rates. Fire rates.
You don't see these
Out of nitro, so we'll just take whatever here.
This is perfect for my build. Surely next time will be
We
better.
can lock that, I guess. Grab some movement. I need some of that pretty badly.
Last work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
How are they ever gonna make it in this hellhole without us? Hey, Bug! How's my butt look? Up and up! Let's do it! Hey, Bug! Hey, Bug!
The sky just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swoon incoming. The sky just lit up like a Christmas tree. We got a swoon incoming.
Smell you later, stinking! Let's do it!
Big swoon detected. Lock 'em and get ready.
Planet I hate to destroy. It's so wetting. That was GTM. You ugly son of a bitch.
Too much crap to send in the supply pod. Clear out the LZ, please.
Big reloads versus fire rate on that. We probably should. It's just one weapon with a reload shield. I would seriously consider passing that if we got both copies of it though. Another clipboard? Actually, Vita Miner would be pretty nice here. But I'm trying it. See, we have 10 Nitra, so we haven't even found any on this level yet. Even though I just want to go for the crystals now. Nitra, where are you? I need you. No, seriously, Nitra, where are you? Jesus.
This ain't a picnic, miner. The bugs are all over you.
Man, it just takes me so long to get around the map, I just don't have time for the crystals.
The bugs are getting worse. Move.
How's that looking? That's not the right one. Fire rate and reloads. Probably grab some more reload for it now. Alright, let's see if we can do some crystal farming now. Let's not drag the Praetorian through it though. I guess I'll take a big legendary for that. Might not even be worth it, but whatever. Reload, yeah. Yeah, the Praetorian's still pretty healthy, so we don't want to heal him.
Guess what's on the menu? More bugs. And they're pissed.
Don't die. That will kill you. Bring it back on. Take that.
The threat level keeps rising.
Burst fire.
I'm healing.
Drop pod has arrived. Get there before the timer runs out. The drop pod is not going to hang around.
Reload. Actually, we can just take whatever's lowest here. 305, 350, 313. So that's fine. Bit of XP farming. They actually hurt quite a bit considering how tanky I am now. 55 for something weak over there. Big armor that we locked. So I want to do that. We'll take a paint job for the overclock. I'll wait for paint jobs or cheap greens for those. Armor, burst fire, HP, luck. Could lock a paint job.
Your mission is clear. Get to it.
I hope this mission will pay off handsomely.
Well done. You got them all.
Do some quick crystal farming while we're in the area. Oh, they're kind of dying too fast right now.
Prepare to fight for your life. Big swarm is approaching.
You're cute.
Prepare to fight for your life. The big swarm is approaching. The surface is too packed for a supply pod.
I hope that... No, it is right on top of the magnet. Why?
Swarm detected. Ready to move shortly.
Big damage, sure. Minor pills for some extra healing and HP? That's so much damage, it's actually pretty hard to pass up, I guess. And we did struggle with the bosses earlier, so... Who would have known that not taking damage very often and having two bad weapons leads to low damage? Big reload on the burst fire. We don't really have anything that scales with overclocks yet. And that should be one of the highest damages. Fire rates. Yeah, I think we needed to get more mining speed and more running speed early on, but other than that, the build kind of worked. I was able to farm a decent amount of XP whenever I had time for the crystals. I just didn't really have a lot of time with how slow I am. And we probably could have used some more pickup radius as well.
Objective completed. Drop pod has arrived. Get there now. It will leave without you. Your drop pod is about to leave. Get your ass moving, miner.
Big damage.
Stage 9 is next. Keep it together.
Armor,
Upgrade.
paint
That's
job,
no-brainer. Let's shake it up.
HP, armor, burst fire, probably too good. See if we can find something cool for kinetic, or for gold. Armor,
Stronger.
that only needs 2 levels, so probably not gonna hold that.
That's work to be done. Up and at 'em, miner.
Onboard entertainment sucks. Die a little inside every time I have to take up.
Swarm detected. Get ready. They'll be with you shortly.
No one the more. To the sky. I'm healing.
We can't send in supplies until you clear out the landing zone.
Pretty nice healing, even on just a quick little run by like that with how much HP we have now. I definitely think there's some potential here.
Swarm is heading your way. Load up. The swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Coming, sucker.
Pay to win, that would be almost 60%. It's not bad. We have 4 rerolls, and I'd really like to get the HP region thing if possible. I guess I'll try that on the next stage. The ration pack giving base HP and percentage life regen. Kinetic.
This is a rare treat. Deployment upgrade. Alien boing. Think you can kill me? Well, think again.
I guess we'll bring that up to 17 now.
Back down again. One down. Let's clear them out.
Gotta
I'm trying to keep them alive and get to some crystals so I can heal them some, but they're actually kind of dying quickly all of a sudden there. The lead bursters probably landed on top of them and got a lot of shotguns at the same time. Well, we finally got a nice amount of nitra at least. Piercing would finish that. So we can have that shoot 2 parallel bullets.
What else we got?
Big kinetic, I guess.
Oh, this what else?
Paint job to get the next overclock for that. I don't want to lower the fire rate on it. Big crit damage. Bit of crit chance to go with it. We could spend some nitro still. Burst fire is fine, and then some crit damage.
This is the big one, Miner. Find and destroy the cocoons and take out that dreadnought.
Danger and darkness. Here we go.
We could get a third copy of the clipboard. It doesn't really do anything at this point, but it sounds cool. 70 from a slasher hit, ouch. Yeah, the problem is the trash mobs just die too fast, so then you're left with the hard hitters. Well, we got 3 of them, let's see what I can do. 60 and 80, ouch. Crit chance. 124, ouch. Why did his damage ramp up so much there? Oh, and do these small crystals on the outside do anything? I guess I can destroy them and see. I guess we can wait for the boss to come out and ramp them up a bit, and then the trash mobs will get a bit tankier, and eventually we can take some hits from them to farm some XP. They're just dying so fast. Which do Praetorians hit for? 95? Yeah, that's not ideal. Those are done. We'll take some piercing on that. Bait the charge out, grab some healing. Give me more of your babies to farm for XP! Actually, we could heal him up a little bit. No, we can't, apparently.
Immediate dreadnought threat eliminated. Object drop pod has arrived.
Well, the trash mobs are dying too fast. Couldn't really farm XP at the end. I'm just suffering from success, what can I say?
Gather up your beard and get onto that drop pod. It's about to leave.
We did get 3 grudges, and the build kind of worked, but there's some stuff you're going to need to fine-tune to really abuse that. You probably need lower AoE damage or shorter range or something, because we were killing the trash mobs too quickly with the huge burst fire with a ton of legendaries on it. Artifacts were actually pretty low damage for the most part. We had a tank artifact here, here, here. We had XP here, so that's 6 artifacts that were doing absolutely nothing for damage, other than maybe a couple levels here and there. But the trash mobs are dying a bit too fast still. Lead Storm was very low and very weak, and we missed 1 copy of the reload shield on the Bulldog, which was a bit unfortunate.
Your objectives have been fulfilled. A job well done, miner. Come on home.
Tactical Cookie, yum! 140 million on the Burst Fire and 88 million on the Lead Burster. 3.8 million on the Lead Storm. Bulldog 18.6 million. Pretty smooth run once we got going a little bit. The early game was a bit rough, but the piercing actually helps out quite a bit on this map, I feel like. And having 2 damage weapons also helped, since a lot of the time when you try to do the full tank juggernaut, you have really just 1 damage and then 2 utilities and then like 1 other kind of underleveled weapon that you can't really do a whole lot with. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.